Hello, so this is a bit different. Usually it's gameplay such as Halo on the screen, but I wanted to do a quick 1 or 2 minute intro to this video with my face just to say thank you for the support on the last video. It's not often that I do the face cam stuff, I do occasionally, but I think this warrants it. The video that I posted a couple days ago has 3,100 views, 128 comments, and 265 likes, which puts it at a 1 out of 10 in my YouTube rankings for the last 10 videos I made, by quite a big margin. For comparison, the other videos competing have like 700 views, 500 views, 300 views, 200 views. You know, they're nowhere near. This isn't the first time my channel has hit thousands of views in a couple of days, but it doesn't happen often. And in this particular reason, it's happened because everyone is coming to show their support, and I thought that it was warranted that I, drop a thank you in my face. Just to give a bit more clarification on that situation, because I do see a lot of comments with people saying things like, can't you sue them for copyright infringement, or aren't you entitled to royalties because you made these templates for them to use and stuff. That's just not how it works in the UK. I'm assuming a lot of you are American, and maybe it does work like that over there. I'm not 100% sure. But when you're employed by someone, any work that you produce under that company is therefore copyrighted by that company. I own nothing that I made at that company. I was designing for clients that they brought on. My task was simply design stuff, provide it, move on to the next project, and that's what I did for 6 years. These templates that I made originally were for myself. I realized that, for lack of better explanation, clients would be onboarded, which meant that they get an email package, a microsite package, which was essentially like a small website, and a couple of email templates to use to get them going in their marketing campaigns, right? That's the basic summary. And every single time I would make one of these setups to onboard somebody, it would take me 3-4 hours to do so. And I thought, how can I speed this up? So I just made a template, which I would then reuse 100 times over. So a lot of these clients ended up having like the same template, but what it meant is that work could be done in 1 hour, maybe even 45 minutes, in some cases even 30 minutes for these onboarding setups, which meant that it got to the point where I was doing 3 hours work and getting paid for 7 and 30 minutes. I was getting paid for 7 hours and a half and doing 3 hours of work. And this went on for quite a few months, possibly even to a year. And I didn't really tell too many people. It was created as a way for me to essentially work less hours, be more efficient, and get paid more money. I got a rise in the past couple of years as well. The incentive was there for me to do those things. I didn't realize that one day when, for lack of better words, when shit hit the fan and the company needed to save money, they would get rid of somebody who made these things for them to optimize workflow, be more efficient, and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, look, the company doesn't, they're not obligated to keep me. They don't owe me anything as much as I don't owe them anything. It's a contractual agreement that I get paid X amount of money for doing work. I just do what I was asked, and that's it. They're not doing anything illegal. They found a way to remove a cost, me, and replace it with automation, which is either free or very cheap on comparison. So yeah, that template is now going to be used and automated. Something that took me 30 minutes to 1 hour will now take them 30 seconds to 1 minute. And that's just the way that, this industry and many others are going. It's not illegal. So yeah, the clarification on that. I can't I can't take them to court or sue them or anything like that. It's just not how it works. That's movie talk. And even if I did try something like that, even if I went as far as unfair dismissal from the company, it would cost me a ton in legal fees, and I would probably lose, and I'd be in a much worse situation. I'd rather part on somewhat good terms because I understand the situation. I've told them already, although it sucks for me and I wish they could keep me and I wish there was something else I could do, I do understand it from their position. So yeah, it's a smart thing for them to do, although it sucks for me. So that's it. I will just move on. I'd take my redundancy package, which is a few thousand, which will keep me going and able to pay my bills and things while I look for another job. The job that I look for, I don't know what I'll do. I could apply for a competitor, although it will probably end up in the exact same scenario, whether it's 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years down the line. I could apply as an internal designer for a brand where I'm only working on their brand rather than for an agency where I'd be doing different brands every day. That work would be a lot more boring, but it usually comes with a bit of a higher pay and a bit more job security, so I'd take, you know, less interesting work in return for the fact that I'd feel financially stable. Or I could just go back into a completely different field, such as retail, which obviously won't ever be, I mean, not ever, but not anytime soon, be completely overtaken by automation. There's plenty of jobs in that field. My other option, which is very unlikely, is try and get an entry-level job in the gaming industry, as I do have 3 years experience, but it's all self-taught. I almost did a hiccup there. Yeah, I have 3 years experience in the games industry. I've done a bit of UI UX, I've done some level design, I can draw, kind of, do bits of concepts. I'm the, you know, jack of all trades, master of none. I can do little bits of everything, but nothing huge, so I'd have to get an entry-level role, maybe even a QA role, and kind of work my way up there. That's my other option. So I do have options, and I am confident that I'll be able to land myself a new job within the month, and everything will be fine financially. I'm not stressed. It's just a bad situation, as I wanted to kind of stay at that company and rise and, you know, get more, whether it was raise, promotions, have my own design team while I'm there, and, you know, have juniors and apprentices under me that I can teach and build up. You know, that was the ultimate realistic goal, as I've said in my previous video. And it sucks that that won't happen if I join another design agency or whatever. I'm probably going to have to join as a middleweight designer and, you know, slowly work my way up there into the senior role, which might take 3 or 4 years. And, you know, it kind of pushes things back a bit. So yeah, that's it. But aside from that, I appreciate the support. Some people have been recommending some things. Some of them are good ideas. Some of them, like I said, are kind of the movie stuff that's just not realistic. But nonetheless, I appreciate the comments and people spending their time, typing a comment, leaving a like, and even subscribing. I've gained like 61 subscribers in 24 hours, which is insane. So yeah, again, I've said it many, many times, but thanks. I don't expect many of you to stick around because my content is predominantly gaming, and that video, although I had gameplay in the background, the topic of discussion was not really gaming. Maybe you will. Maybe I'll do different, like, live commentary things talking about other, you know, other topics, and maybe people will stick around for it. Maybe livecom comes back as a form of content that people enjoy watching on YouTube. It's not something that I see too often these days. So yeah, there's the more clarification and what I plan to do next. I do have some desire to try and fix this gaming project I had. For those who don't know, you'll see across my channel several videos that are called like third-person Halo or Cross-Planet. For 3.5 years, I worked on a third-person shooter game very much inspired by Halo, which was called Cross-Planet. Unfortunately, there was some disagreements within the team, and we split, and the game isn't being worked on anymore. But having gone through this recent situation with work, and also just, you know, sitting on the Cross-Planet situation for a month now, made me realize that I do kind of want to try and salvage that if possible somehow, because I want to see it published. I want to see the game happen. I want to be able to put that out there into the world and say, look, here's what we did, and it was a success. And by success, I don't mean sold millions of copies and stuff. I mean, it was a success as in, for a small indie team that never made a game before and did it as a passion project, we managed to get it out there, and it'll be a great portfolio piece, and maybe it would help me land myself a role in that industry. I think a published game, you know, that had players and things and saw the day of release will be much more credibility behind my name than a game that was abandoned because the team couldn't get around some disagreements. So part of me wants to try and salvage that. Although I probably won't be in the financial position to do it. I do a lot of time on my hands now for the next month or so, so maybe I could, maybe there's a world in which I can salvage that. Yeah, that's where my head's at. Yeah, there's a couple graphic design positions open that I've seen. One of them, ironically, is with somebody that I used to work with 3 years ago. They also said they would give me a reference, so that could be a very easy new job to obtain, possibly. I'm assuming a reference coming from one of your current employees would look very good to the company when I'm applying for it. So yeah, I'm not worried. As I said, situation sucks, but I'll figure it out. Yeah. Some people even emailed me. I got a couple of those. Some big YouTube channels that have between like 30 and 60, some even maybe 100,000 subs, commented on the video, messaged me directly. Didn't expect that stuff. That's really cool. Thanks to those guys for that. And yeah, this is probably the last video I'll make on this topic. I'm not going to rinse my channel with videos about how I lost my job. So this is just the clarification on what I plan to do next. I will resume content as normal. I have a backlog of games I want to play and to make more Halo videos, so that's what you can expect. Feel free to stick around for gaming content. But yeah, this channel is not going to be content videos about losing my job and videos about AI. That's just not what I'm here for. So yeah. Alright. Thanks for watching this one. I'll see you in whatever the next video is. Probably me playing a new game or something. So, yeah. Alright. See you.